The Civic is a staple of Honda's lineup, a perpetually top-selling compact car, and the car I recommend when I just don't feel like putting that much effort into my recommendations. Now more than ever, that lazy approach to car suggestions is completely justified. Now in its 10th generation, the Honda Civic is weirdly free from compromises. It's both fun and frugal, youthful yet completely responsible. Warning, the next few minutes might feel like a Honda love fest, but not without good reason. Like an engineering magic trick, the Honda Civic couples a very comfortable ride with fun, even sporty handling. I think one of the keys to that fun is a quick steering ratio and a small steering wheel. In fact, when you first drive the Civic, it might feel almost a little too quick, but eventually the joys of agile, responsive steering overtake you. Speaking of overtaking, propulsion comes via a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder engine in the LX and EX trims, or a turbocharged 1.5-liter in all higher trims. The base 2-liter is a fine engine, but the 1.5-liter turbocharged engine that's also available is a tiny little overachiever. It returns laudable fuel economy and stout turbo-lag-free acceleration, thanks in part to the very smooth operating, continuously variable transmission it's partnered with. In fact, Honda's continuously variable transmissions are good enough to help bury dark memories of early CVTs with their rubbery throttle response and pained engine sounds. You can get a manual transmission on the base LX trim, but doing so hurts fuel economy. Spend $800 for the CVT, and enhanced efficiency is your reward. Interestingly, the more powerful 1.5-liter engine is also the most efficient. All hail the magic of turbocharging. Inside, the Civic sports a number of improvements over the previous generation. The oft-derided 2-tier dash has been supplanted by a more traditional layout. Simple controls and clean modern aesthetics make the Civic a joy to inhabit. Thanks to a liftback-like roofline, rear seat headroom is more than abundant. This little hump here does impede middle passenger foot space ever so slightly, but it's not a big deal. Overall, roominess is a major Civic strength. Look at how much legroom I have. This seat is set for where I would be if I were in the front seat. More than enough. Add in some really nice materials, and you have an interior that is anything but low budget. The audio system's non-existent volume knob is a sore point, but we very much appreciate the inclusion of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality, and a clear 7-inch display on all but the lowest LX trim. This really is how everyone should interact with their car's infotainment system. Trunk space is a voluminous 15.1 cubic feet, except for the slightly smaller subwoofer-equipped touring trim. 60/40 split folding seats add to the Civic's practicality, except in the cheapest LX trim, which makes do with a one-piece rear seat back. For around $19,500 with destination, the LX includes a manual transmission, a backup camera, hill start assist, an electronic parking brake, automatic climate control, Bluetooth, cruise control, power windows with an auto up-down feature up front, and 6 airbags. Unlike some compact cars, you could honestly buy a base Civic and be perfectly happy with it. But if you've got a little cash to play with, the option list is ripe with opportunity. In familiar Honda fashion, options are divided by trim level. Climb the trim ladder and heated rear seats, passive entry with push-button engine start, and Honda's Lane Watch blind spot camera can be yours. Buy the top-of-the-line touring trim with its leather-trimmed seats, navigation, LED headlights, and 450-watt 10-speaker audio system with subwoofer, and you'll spend a touch more than $27,000. In another step towards the inevitable future of automated driving, the Civic can also be had with Honda Sensing, a suite of active safety features that includes lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, and the extremely helpful sounding road departure mitigation. As a safety net, Honda Sensing works really well, gently steering the car back into its lane or warning of impending danger ahead during brief moments of inattention. I guess another solution might be to actually pay attention, but who does that these days? Honda smartly offers Honda Sensing on all Civic trims for an absolutely reasonable $1,000. Yeah, you might think $1,000 is a lot of money, but the first time you do not plow into the back of that pickup truck, you'll be happy you splurged. One last bit of praise: in addition to its functional and emotional goodness, the Civic also boasts exceptionally strong resale values, making it a delightful car to not only buy and own, but also to sell. Still, not everyone wants a Civic. Toyota fans will naturally embrace the reliability and high resale values of the Corolla. The Kia Forte and Hyundai Elantra deliver compelling features at enticing price tags. The Ford Focus and the Chevrolet Cruze deliver blasts of American sportiness and refinement respectively. And the Mazda 3 is thrilling to drive and look at. You can usually encapsulate the essence of a car with a single word: practical, fun, comfortable, techie. With the Honda Civic, all of those words apply, and in such grand proportions that we not only have the best Honda Civic ever, but we also have a car that the rest of the compact field should really take notice of.